Lawmakers appreciate Netanyahu's speech, including our own. ABC 7's Ashley Rodriguez continues our complete coverage. She's live. Ashley?
Rick, I spoke with representatives of El Paso's Jewish community. They were electrified by Netanyahu's words, but felt ostracized by their congressman's absence.
I feel a profound obligation to speak to you about an issue that could well threaten the survival of my country and the future of my people.
Applause avalanched down to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
I know that you stand with Israel. It doesn't block Iran's path to the bomb. It paves Iran's path to the bomb. But Iran's regime is not merely a Jewish problem, any more than the Nazi regime was merely a Jewish problem.
But missing from the House chamber was the borderlands rep.
They say 85.
Beto O'Rourke. He was one of about 50 who boycotted the speech.
The invitation and the speech set a dangerous precedent whereby congressional leaders from one party can invite a foreign politician to publicly oppose the policies of the sitting president on the House floor.
There was a time where we stayed silent, when we were in the midst of adversity, when we had a rampant tyrant in the world, and the result of that was World War II.
Speaking with El Paso Jewish businessman Tanny Berg and B'nai Zion rabbi Stephen Leon, both were moved by the speech.
It's not only a bad deal for Israel, it's a bad deal for the United States, it's a bad deal for the world.
And both were rattled by O'Rourke's absence.
I think he had an obligation to his constituency, which is way beyond his own personal opinion, to attend, but I think that not listening, especially when you're at that level of Congress, I think it's almost a disservice to the people that you represent.
O'Rourke warned last week he wouldn't be attending the speech, writing on Facebook he believed it to be a political stunt by Netanyahu. He writes, "The planned speech is disrespectful not just to President Obama, but to the institution of the presidency, to this country, and to the U.S.-Israel relationship."
The Prime Minister, in the beginning of his speech, expressed his respect, his regard, and his admiration for the President of the United States. It would be interesting if Beto O'Rourke would express the same thing toward Netanyahu.
Well, this is a bad deal.
This is the second time O'Rourke has come under fire in the Jewish community. The first happened last summer when he voted against funding Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system, a bill that would provide $250 million for Israel. But that doesn't mean he doesn't value Israel. O'Rourke told me today instead of attending the speech, he met with El Pasoans from AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, to discuss the negotiations between the P5+1 nations and Iran. Rick?